Hello world, it is Inspirational Eve for the ABCs of weight release according to me. And today is about C, or maybe it's C, depending on what direction my camera's going. And C is for conscious. And some of you may be like, what? I thought C would be for calories. No, 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 no. I talk about calories, but I think you should be counting moments just as much as you should be counting calories. I also think you should be counting carbs and counting all of them and sugar and anyway, don't get me started. I will start going on it. But C is for consciousness. Because for those who have released the weight, who've lost the weight, and who've actually kept it off for longer than, let's say, 3+ years, have become conscious of a new way of being. So what's so fascinating about individuals when they find out that I've lost 150 pounds, released 150 pounds, and kept it off, this will be 2017 is my 7th year, they're like, oh my God, what's your secret? You must be so much happier. And what's interesting is what that disconnect that people have is you at the very start of your journey are the exact same person at the end of your journey. And there's no end. There really isn't. This journey is your whole life. But the perceived end, when you hit that number on the scale and you're like, hot damn, I'm finally good enough. It doesn't work that way, boys and girls. You may have that moment of, wow, I've done it. But if you have any self-doubt, any self-worthiness, any good enough syndrome going on at the start of your journey, if you're self-conscious, especially on an extreme level, guess what you put in your pack and you traveled this whole journey with you? Your insecurities, your good enough syndromes, your worthiness. You brought it with you unless you're actively doing the emotional work. So on top of your workouts, on top of witnessing what you're eating, you're also being aware of, remember that was A, awareness. If you haven't gone back, hit subscribe and go back to A and then come back to C. Don't skip over B either. I believe in you, for those of you who know about B. For those of you who are on this journey, I want you to stop and I want you to become conscious of yourself. That we live in such a fast-paced society. I'm an Aries and I'm an expressive personality, so I'm all about go, 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 go. But when we can stop and sit with ourselves and be conscious of our thoughts, of our feelings, of our actions, of how we're showing up in the world, what we're bringing to the table mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, then we have control and we have the power to choose who we get to be in this life. So conscious is so important. Being conscious of your eating, being a conscious eater. There's no such thing as a bad food. There's just better choices. That was day 1 of nutrition class. That we put so much power on food and on how much power it has over us. This cheesesteak is going to take me over. This whatever your vice is, macaroni and cheese has power over me. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Or maybe it does. And it's time to be conscious of that and stop giving away your power because you are so powerful. You are so brilliant. You are powerful beyond measure. Marianne Williamson, you are onto something. You're always onto something. When we can step into consciousness, we can step into a new way of being. And you all have an unconscious and a consciousness. Hello, welcome to the table. If you've never explored this before, this is exciting. This is maybe heavy. This may be confusing. It may be beautiful. Who knows? But what I invite you to do, now that we're talking about C or C, is what am I choosing to do on a consistent basis? Who am I choosing to be on a consistent basis? Are my habits in alignment with my thoughts? Are my actions in alignment with my feelings? So I want you to just become conscious of these things. Just be conscious of who you are. Join it, don't judge it. For those of you who have not been following me yet on social media, you know what to do. Go onto Facebook, find me under Inspirational Eve. You can find me pretty much anywhere, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, all that jazz. To learn more about this journey, and if you need assistance with it, I am a coach, so I'm happy to help you. What does D have in store for us?